Alright guys, we are now officially live for coverage on the channel here. This is coverage for potential DVD sized hail coming in today. This is a concerning situation, as we have multiple watches in effect. It's a DVD sized hail is likely. It's funny how we also have a watch that's in effect, and it includes a slight risk in the watch, and there's DVD-sized hail potential on it. We just got a new thing. It's a mesoscale discussion. It says we have multiple MCDs that we're gonna go check out here. So, we're gonna wait to get more people on the stream. Let's try to get more people. But you heard that sound? That was IamBot. But yeah, so we are officially live on the channel here. It says we have multiple. Alright, so we're gonna put this on our Twitter account. Tweet. Channel 4. Alright guys, so I just posted a tweet. Everybody go like my tweet and try to retweet it so we can get more people on the stream. It's up, so whether you're streaming right now, yeah, I was looking at it earlier, and I just looked at it like right before I started the stream. You're doing a good job. Today we have severe MCS over Kansas spreading in Oklahoma. Yep, mesoscale discussion, that's what I saw. Gary, so this is what we are looking at for coverage. Do you guys like my new thumbnail? Just posted it. My stream thumbnail. I'm trying to get better at my thumbnails, and I think I'm doing a good job. No offense, but I think I'm getting close to Ryan Hall status on my thumbnails. Yeah, so we are live on the channel here. This is a big day as we have multiple different tornado watches in effect. They have hail up to 5 inches in diameter expected, and significant gusts to 90 miles per hour likely. This is a likelihood. So, not good. This is not a good thing. We already have this new severe thunderstorm warning in effect. If you're in Watson, Cache, 10 Mile Crossing, Medicine Park, Marlow, Duncan, and Rush Springs, and Central High, all in Oklahoma, you are in a severe thunderstorm warning for 2.75 inch hail and 80 miles an hour winds expected. This is a very destructive storm, which is 80 miles an hour winds and baseball-sized hail. Imagine baseballs touching the ground at a whopping fast speed. That is not good. So this is what we are talking about, that we are officially live on the channel for coverage. Alright, everybody. Let's get more people in the stream. Everybody tune in so we can have people on the stream. Say new PDS severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. New destructive SCR. That's not one zip. So if we do, let's turn this thing on. Alright, so if we do put this thing on, what I mentioned is we do have a new mesoscale discussion. This is our mesoscale discussion. Increasing severe weather wind threat over the next few hours. This is a severe mesoscale convective system is beginning to organize and move eastward. And this is around Liberal and Beaver and Perryton and Kansas and Oklahoma, and this is going to provide our biggest wind threat. And this is concerning, as this is not good, guys. So now we also have a mesosphere discussion down here. A very large hail, severe / damaging wind threat, and tornadoes will remain a threat with multiple supercells to form. Here, 3 to 4. It says, and threat for giant hail, 3 to 4 inches will continue with any supercell given the very favorable thermodynamic and kinetic environment. Both of the cells have recently exhibited rightward deviant motion and are ingesting sufficient low-level velocity to support updraft rotation. In the past 15 and have shown signs of low-level rotation, showing that a tornado may occur. Tornado is possible across that region. For supercellular thunderstorms, they're talking about that one system. So that's what I wanted to mention to you guys. Alright. So yeah, so we are talking about with a massive moderate risk day. This is very concerning day, guys. So I'm going to turn this thing off now. Alright. You say tornado warning continues for Central High, Oklahoma, and Oil City, Oklahoma. Yep, baseball says hail, yep. So the cluster will get very strong with developing impulse swells, yep. So, looks like they mentioned teacup 3-inch sized hail was, I think I should upgrade these storms to 3-inch sized hail, because there's a 3-inch hail report near Lawton. Lawton's getting literally struck by hail right now. We also have this tornado warning for Bethel, Oil City, and Latitia, and all the way down towards Bethel. All in that. Very small towns, not a lot of houses, but there is a little bit. So this is our rotation culprit right here, and it's moving towards the east. Make sure to take shelter if you're in those regions, which I know no one in our streams are there. But yeah. If you go down to these storms down here in Florida, we do have quite a bit of storms down here over towards Crestview and Beaver Creek and Ponce de Leon. All in this, and Defunct Springs. I don't really know how to say it, but and if we go down here towards these storms, these are also warned for 1-inch sized hail and 6 miles an hour winds for Golden Beach, Bluffton, Buchanan, Lake Village, and Cherokee and Babyhead. That's a funny name. Town called Babyhead. What the heck? Who names a town Babyhead? Alright. We also have 2.50-inch sized hail, which is a 10 small sized hail and 6 miles an hour winds. It's very possible on this developing MCD. Mesoscale Convective System, MCS. I can see the rotation on it just to the northwest of Perryton that I am looking at. So if we go to this storm over here, there is another storm developing with 1.75-inch hail already on it in Memphis, Texas, and Childress in Texas. So we're just watching the continuation of developing storms already coming in right now. It is what we are talking about. Ready to try to get this out to more and more people. Yeah. Dead thumbnail, yeah. Profile picture. Alright, everybody, so yeah, it is a pretty big hook. Alright, thanks Gary for telling our chat. Okay, we have a new tornado warning has been issued, so multiple tornado warnings are already getting issued. So we have this big hook and it's on the ground. Wow. So we have this big hook that looks dangerous right here, and then we have another storm over here that is on the ground. So we do have a confirmed tornado observed by someone. It's a confirmed damaging tornado, guys, and golf ball size hail. Weather spotters confirmed this tornado. If you're in Geronimo and Walters and Temple, you are in a confirmed tornado heading straight your way, so you do need to take shelter and get to your safe spot immediately. There is a little bit of rotation, but honestly, I'm surprised that there's even a tornado on the ground with this. But there is rotation here that we are seeing, and if we go to correlation coefficient, not much at all. But I guess weather spotters confirmed it, so we're just gonna have to go off what they say. As this storm looks like it has more rotation than that storm and looks more well defined, but we're just gonna have to go with what they say and take shelter immediately there. What the National Weather Service is saying. All right. All right, everyone. Let's look. We're gonna change this to WSV3's picture. So if we go to WSV3 over here, I just want to go over everything as we have multiple tornado watches with potential for DVD-sized hail, which is 5 inches in diameter. What am I saying? And we have a moderate risk of severe weather in effect. I don't even think I've said that on the stream, but we have a moderate risk of severe storms in effect for today. This does include Oklahoma City, Elk City, Woodward, all the way up towards Altus, Ardmore, Munster, and Sherman, and Wichita Falls. The probability of a tornado is 10%. Over the highest chance of a tornado is over in this region. I do not think that's MCD. I would cut off this area over here and put it more like this region. I do think that is a little bit too much northward. But if this storm right here can get into some of the region, this storm right here could become a little bit tornadic, which I am watching. But look at these destructive hailers over here. And if we go to the probability of hail, we do have a 45% area, which is significant for Elk City, Altus, Lawton, Wichita Falls, and Woodward and Elk City. For the 30%, we have Oklahoma City, Norman, all the way up towards Dallas and Fort Worth. For the SIG hail, this whole region is in a chance for significant hail. For the significant wind, this whole area is also in the significant wind, including Shreveport, Dallas, Oklahoma City, all the way up towards Woodward, and many more regions. Alright, everybody. For the probability of winds, we do have areas like Oklahoma City in the significant chance for wind, and the 45% includes moderate risk for Oklahoma City because of wind. And this is what we are talking about, as a dangerous day is unfolding. Alright, everybody. Yup. That's what we are talking about. Okay. Alright, we're back, guys. So, we are talking about there's multiple tornado warnings down here. We have this tornado warning over here that's radar indicated. This does include Oil City, and there is a little area of rotation we are looking at right there. Right there is our area of rotation right in this region right here. Right there. And that is what we are looking at. Luckily, I don't think we have a tornado on the ground here, but things can change later on as this thing's starting to tighten up a little bit more, and I'm getting a little bit more concerned about that storm. And this is just a massive storm in general. I mean, look at this thing with some massive hail potential. Sorry about that. That was really loud. Let's turn this thing down. That IEM bot's really loud. Cancels weather watch. It just canceled a weather watch in a certain area. That was a stupid notification. All that told me was a cancellation of a weather watch in Louisiana and areas including Mississippi. Alright, everyone. Okay, guys, I just figured out on Ryan Hall y'all stream, it shows the tornado on the ground with debris from somebody's camera. But if you do look, this is the hook right here. Look at that thing. Might be a tornado on the ground with it. I'm thinking this could be a tornado on the ground, but it might also be not that. For this tornado on the ground, okay, this thing's tightened up significantly. Yeah, we're gonna go back to radar Omega. Alright. So, yeah, on Ryan Hall y'all stream, there's a massive tornado. I can't check that, sadly, because there's no chasers on Omega that show that. It's just one of his chasers, but that is insane. There's a tornado on his thing. And it's big. It's dangerous. Yeah. This is a large tornado. If you are in Geronimo, Walters, Temple, and 5 Mile Corner, you need to be in your safe spot immediately, guys. Okay, store weather. Wow. That is crazy. This is in Perryton. I'm concerned about this storm heading towards Duncan. If you're in Duncan, you need to take shelter immediately. That thing is tightening up. Perryton's also got hit too. Oh, this is what's on the ground. Alright, what was I doing? So, we have another confirmed tornado located over Perryton. Located. Dang. A little mistake right there. Located. Live storm chaser video. Confirmed tornado. So, that chaser that Brian Hall is looking at was live storm chaser that confirmed it. This is baseball-sized hail and a confirmed tornado. This is significant right here, guys. I mean, look at, this is really far from any radar. This is like a really bad radar zone. But if we look right here and directly in Perryton, that is some strong rotation. Sadly, we can't really look at any CC because it's all contaminated. But all we know is there's a decently big tornado on the ground. I wish that was in a better radar area. But we have multiple tornadoes on the ground at once already. So, yeah, this is not looking good. This is a very large and this is a very large tornado on the ground. Something you guys need to take shelter immediately. Wow. That was bad. This is not good in Perryton, guys. If you make sure to take shelter immediately if you're in Duncan, as a big storm is heading through. This is a tornado warning in effect. Take shelter immediately if you're in Duncan, in Oklahoma, as we have a very strong tightening rotation couplet. I wanted to mention that we have a strong rotation couplet forming here, and this is getting really tight. This thing over here, I don't think this is on the ground still, because it's just a lot of clutter and not a lot of rotation anymore. But this is bad. Wow. Jeez. Large tornado just struck. Wow. Dang, that is not good. Whoa. Bad tornado in Perryton. I kind of missed it on my stream. I'm kind of frustrated about that. But it's still on the ground. Wow. Jeez. Sorry, Jay, but you speak Spanish and I cannot. I gotta put you in timeout because I can't get stuff from Spanish. I don't know stuff like that. But, yeah, this is not good for Duncan, too. I know everybody's looking at that confirmed tornado, but I'm looking at this extreme rotation couplet right here. And I wouldn't be surprised as this thing is on the ground. So take shelter now if you're in Oil City and Duncan. Also, if we go back to the storm in Perryton, I gotta be focusing on this thing. This is a confirmed tornado. Wouldn't even be surprised if they upgraded it to PDS, but this is a lot of contamination here because of the fact this is extremely far away from the radar. But this is a pretty big storm, and we do have a ton of contamination on this thing. But if we go to the Amarillo view, we have a little bit of a look, and we have a little bit of a look right there. It's really difficult to tell, but all it shows us is that we had the tornado. It kind of gives us a little bit of a view there. I'm trying my best to get it. Perryton. Okay. Perryton. Perryton, by the way. Pretty sure. Wow. That is, There's also a picture of softball-sized hail in Lawton. Wow. That is crazy. Yep, I agree with everybody else saying a possible large tornado on the ground. Wow. So guys, take shelter immediately still in Perryton, as we still have a tornado on the ground. This thing was at its strongest point, I'm pretty sure, earlier. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a better view now. And it looks like this thing is weakening, so I think we might have this tornado lifting. But, it's still obviously on the ground, I'm guessing. But it might be lifting now, because it looks like this is not as impressive as it used to look. Also take shelter if you're in Beaver and Forgan, as you guys are under a tornado warning. Take shelter there. But it doesn't look up here. It doesn't really look like it's as bad. It just looks like a little bit of a line down here, but we are paying attention to that too. A lot of straight line damaging wind potential over there. Want to mention near Perryton, there's also 2.75 inch hail, which is baseball sized. Still have this tornado on the ground of emergency management confirmed a tornado. So that means that there was confirmed a tornado, not on radar, but emergency management confirmed it. I can't really see the view of where we could have had a tornado. Maybe. But no, I'm not really seeing anything. But over here towards this Duncan storm, it looks like the hook is starting to get a little bit less impressive, as I feel like the old hook kind of got the old hook got kind of compressed down and and had the rain take over the hook. But in here we still have a new hook that formed here, so take shelter immediately if you're in Duncan. As whoa, that I'm pretty sure when that hook ended, that whole thing just expired. That whole rotation couplet just went away, and that's really good. Yeah, I think that J person's a bot, not even gonna lie. That was really concerning. I think we potentially had a big tornado on the ground over here because of the fact that this rotation couplet was so significant. But look at that whole thing just go away. Look at that. Look how significant look how tight that was. That was a really strong rotation couplet. That whole thing dissipated. It might have not hit anything if it was on the ground, but it's because basically this whole area was got taken over. Look. I think it got outflow dominant. That's probably why. But that thing fully got taken over. But I do think there's potential that a new hook is trying to form over here. But not much rotation is really forming with it. There's a little bit still, and it's enough to warrant a tornado warning still. But it's not enough. Not enough. Alright, looks like this Perryton tornado has now lifted, which is a good sign. That's good that that thing lifted, but it's not good how damaging, because it was damaging, and there was a tornado with it. Another tornado warning. Jeez. Wow, we're getting a lot of warnings in here. What was this new one? What the heck? What the heck? This is the weirdest warning ever. A tornado warning in the middle of Michigan. I don't think anybody noticed this, but we have a tornado warning in actual Michigan. Okay. Big time tornado damage. Well, and we now have twin tornadoes south of Perryton. We have another tornado. Wow. I guess a new tornado that's more a sinister version where it's able to see better is now formed again. But I'm looking at this thing. This little tornado warning in the middle of Michigan has extremely strong rotation, but I don't know why they issued a warning for this, because it's on the water. They should have never issued a warning for that. I mean, it did go over Stony Point, but it's on the water now. But it was enough to promote an actual confirmed tornado there. That's kind of crazy. Wow. This is insane. Live tornado in Perryton once again. Jeez. Now if we look all the way down here again in down here in Texas, if you're in Llano and Valley Spring, you do need to be taking shelter, as there is a tornado warning with a little bit of rotation right over the small town of Valley Spring right now. Not seeing anything actually with the tornado on the ground, but you do need to take shelter as this could change. But it's not very strong. It's kind of on the weaker side. Yeah, this year does suck. You shouldn't. Store weather, you should not be talking. It's way worse over my area. This is not what talking. Dude, literally. My area typically gets storms like every week. Look at you. You're literally not even in drought conditions. I'm in the full-on drought condition. We're not getting literally any rain here. Storm weather. I don't think it spawned actual tornado, but yeah, twin tornadoes. Jeff Pietrowski said massive damage. Wow. But I think those storms that were in Michigan, I think that warning is now water spout. I'm not even gonna lie. There's 2 tornado warnings now. So we have another tornado warning here. So if you're in Lakemont Landing and Niles Beach, we do have a strong storm producing 2-inch hail. So this is a little bit of a tornado activity sparking down here in Ohio and Michigan. Let's take shelters. We do have a tornado warning in effect. It is on land right now. It's moving towards Niles Beach, and it has some extremely strong rotation on it. It might just barely stay off the shoreline and kind of just go through this area until it gets on the water. But this thing could produce a tornado on land here. I wouldn't even be surprised. This warning over here, though, it impressed me with its rotation. But the only thing is it was only on land for like 1 second. It might not even have been on land, and I just think it's probably just a water spout now. But yeah, 2 pretty strong storms down there that I wanted to mention. There is a lot of storms right now. It's kind of hard to look at every storm. But yeah, I just wanted to mention some Lake Erie's tornado warnings. Dual land spouts south of Perryton right now. Wow. That is crazy. Just retweeted that. Dude, Jay, stop putting stuff in my chat. How the heck? I literally timed him out. I guess I didn't time him out for long enough. Because he banned him from my channel. At this point, can I just ban him from my channel? Seriously, though. There's so many tornado warnings right now. Okay, 7 tornado warnings. Jeez. Take shelter right now if you're in Duncan still. Looks like the tornado risk there's a lot, the rotation here is a lot broader now. But we are talking about some strong winds over Duncan right now, though. That's what I am seeing. But yeah. Still have this confirmed tornado here. Not really seeing anything confirmed, though. Not seeing anything confirmed. But may have a little bit of rotation. This might be a confirmed tornado. Besides the contamination, we might have a little bit of a tornado right here, just south of 5 Mile Corner, but still take shelter for that. Yeah, a little bit of a rotation. Extremely weak, but I am seeing that. New watch. New Storm Prediction Center issued a new watch until... it's just a little small watch in Oklahoma. That's what the decision. So, yeah. Everybody make sure to check out my stream. Observed in Duncan. Whoa. Oh yeah, it's on the ground. So take shelter right now as we have a tornado on the ground near Duncan. Take shelter immediately. I guess that was confirmed by weather spotters. Yep, weather spotters. Wow, this is insane. We had like 5 different tornadoes today already. Wow, this is crazy. And we might have another one down here too. If I'm right, this might potentially be a tornado. Looking at that. Take shelter in both of those warnings though. Now if we go up to this area, if you're in Beaver, Elmwood, and Cure Lake, those places do need to be getting to their safe spot. This is a tornado warning, radar indicated. Not much rotation there at all. But we still do have this observed warning here near Perryton and Booker. In between the Panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas. The Panhandle of Texas. I still see this confirmed tornado near Perryton. It's kind of in an area where it's hard to see literally anything right now. Like, this is literally getting in the area where we're not going to see anything. But I do think that we were barely able to see that there was, yeah, that was a debris signature right there. That was definitely a debris. That was 100% debris. Looks like it's wearing off a little bit now, but this still is a pretty tight area of rotation. It's really tight and kind of small and smashed together, kind of. But I am watching that. So, yeah. Yep, everybody. As we are watching with this is a pretty strong signature right here. So take shelter immediately in that area. This is a very strong storm in general. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it is bad damage. Wow, that's bad damage, dude. Jeff Piotrowski. Yeah. Yeah, there's a stream going on. It's buffering now. And it showed the damage. This is a lot going on at once. I can't even check it out. This is so much going on. I can't even really see it easily. I'm turning off all these watches. It kind of gets in my way a little bit. But, 3 warnings now. Another observed down here. This is for the same exact storm. They just extended it down south. But, you can see this is our warning. Now it is heading down south. This is still pretty strong and significant rotation. We are watching down there, so definitely watching that. Alright. This is crazy. Dude, I keep timing out that Spanish guy. Check the rotation, Duncan. All right.
Let's see if we go here. We can actually.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Right,
That's Prentice Weather Stream. That's not mine, by the way.
Whoa.
He has some really cool stuff.
What is that there? That is really eye-catching. And this right here. Alright, let's load up some hail pictures. This is absolutely nuts. Let's contact our storm chaser to see
Alright, we're going back to this. So, I'll check the radar for there in a sec, but yeah, seems to be this thing's kind of a new rotation couplet forming down here. Could have a new tornado form right there, because I'm watching that. So we go over down to this storm too. Still have this warning in Duncan, and still have this now radar indicated storm down here. It's big though. Yeah, Duncan Storm does not have very tight rotation anymore. It's weakened. It's still slightly there, but you can see the inbound winds might be very strong, but the outbound winds are so weak. So it's causing this to not be very strong rotation. But this is a little eye-catching right there, too. I'm watching this area, and I'm watching this area for potential spin-ups. And I'm watching this area. A lot of different areas I'm watching for potential spin-up tornadoes across this whole little big storm. Just kind of crazy. Looks like we had a new IAM bot mesoscale discussion for concerning of this tornado watch. It says additional storm development is light / intensification is lightning, likely tornadoes, plus large giant hail and emitting winds remains possible. Alright, it's just mesoscale discussion for a lot of DFW's region with extreme buoyancy. Alright, everyone. Going back to our stream. Alright. Yep, damaging tornado strikes Texas Panhandle. Everyone. This is live coverage of a dangerous system that is ongoing. Man, we're not getting as much viewers as we used to be getting. I remember our old streams. Look, I remember this one stream where I had 10,000 views. I remember that was one of my favorite streams. I had 10,000 views and 118 likes, and I had 300 people watching at once. That was crazy. That probably took up most of my views. I've had 68,000 views in total for my whole channel, because I've had a few streams that have helped to 1.7 thousand views. But recently I've not been getting it as much because the algorithm has not really been suiting me lately. But 2.2 thousand 8 months ago for Ian. Ian really gave me a lot of views. Hurricane Ian. And then another one with 1.8K. We have 941. And one of my first few streams had 3,000. remember some of my other streams. Alright, we're gonna go back over here to this storm, this Duncan storm. Yeah, looks like it's moving out. I would not be at Duncan. You can get out of your safe spot now. So I'm not concerned about anything anymore there, because I do think the storm is moving out of that region. No. Alright, we're gonna go back over here to this storm. I accidentally just turned on the volume thing. Alright, so I am watching this couplet too. There's a bunch of different couplets in this whole storm that I'm watching. I'm watching this couplet right here, and I'm watching this couplet right here. This one's a little bit tighter down here, but I am also watching these couplets over here. A lot of different mini couplets in this huge storm that I'm watching. Some right there and some down here. Let's see. So let's look at this observed tornado still. It still is confirmed, but I'm not really seeing much in the way to keep this thing confirmed. But this might still be a CC. I'm not sure if this is Clutter or not, but it is near rotation. It's kind of hard to tell because this is so, the radar sucks. So, yeah. And you have a random severe thunderstorm warning that's not even in any storms down here. So, also have a new severe thunderstorm warning down here near Midway Crossing and Cadane Corner. Let's look back at these storms here in Michigan. I did mention a little. I did have them in my recent outlook because I'm part of WeatherLook US. You can check out that. I did mention a little marginal risk in this area. Yeah, my best stream was for the Northeast. Always for them. I always get, I don't know why, but every time I do my streams in the Northeast, it gets the best views, and I kind of hate it because the least activity is in the Northeast. Because there's literally nothing happens in the Northeast. So down here, Springfield, Hartford, Providence, Boston, New York City, literally nothing. Like, no severe weather. No offense to solar weather. No offense. Still concerning mesoscale discussion for Fort Worth and Dallas. Does mention just severe weather threat continues. All right. Got a new warning. Check this thing out. Where's it at? I don't know why they said the new warning's right here, because I don't see anything new. But, yeah. Let's look down here if there's any rotation on the storm. I think I just looked here and there's nothing. Guess this storm kind of weakened, but there still is some strong storms down here that I am watching. I'll be watching this area for maybe some little spin of tornadoes across this area and waterspout activity. Alright, so let's look back down over towards this region. Yeah, really bad radar. Really difficult to see anything, and that was just clutter. I do not think that was a tornado at all, but yeah. Dang, look at this big boundary. Look at that. Probably going to bring some isolated winds. that. Let's look over here. Whoa, what is this area of rotation? It's kind of glitched, and it's so glitched that Radar Mega puts 102 miles an hour winds. That's glitched though, but I am seeing this. Okay, I'm kind of seeing a little bit of a hook forming right here. And it has some decent rotation on it. That could end up producing a tornado later on. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Also have this rotation area over here too, in this front area. So there's two different areas I'm a little bit concerned at. I'm concerned about this area right here and this little area right here. So those two areas is what I'm concerned about. 10 years ago. Really, really sore weather. EF3 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Yeah, that's a lot, sore weather. That's a lot. 10 years ago. EF3, guys. That's actually crazy. Alright. I'm still watching this storm for rotation. It's kind of really cluttered out right now with Radar Omega. It's kind of, the velocity's kind of glitched. Look, 114 miles an hour wind, guys. It's funny how 109 miles an hour wind switches to 64. Yeah, that is not... I'm now thinking that this is all breaking up now. I'm pretty sure that the rain is now taking over this area. And now this whole area is just a mob of just rain and hail. Now this is the only really region that can have really anything right now. I'm split-pack stutter, dude. Yeah, Cadane Corner, Midway Crossing, and Valley View. I cannot talk right now. What the heck? I do hate the Northeast, so I'll agree on it. Why does everybody hate the Northeast? Like, what did the Northeast even do, though? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, a lot of people hate the Northeast. Northeast.
We know you're hovering over that.
So, yeah, not a lot going on right now. I'm really surprised about the activity. This is another kind of a small bust of a moderate risk. I mean, look at the HRRR model. They're supposed to be shown tons of storm formation. But there's just a lot less storms forming than what was actually forecasted to form. I wouldn't say this is a bust, because there's been a lot of tornadoes. This is not a bust on the tornado side. The hail side and the wind side, it's not really going crazy. It probably will be in the future, as these storms are going to end up heading through, as if we go to the MRMS view. These storms are going to be going through right there. But not a lot of activity right here where the main 10% risk zone was at. This is kind of cleared out. That could maybe have some formation later, possibly. We'll see. We'll see, guys. But Perryton, that tornado really did make it where I wouldn't say it's bust. On the tornado side, at least. Alright, guys. For a little bit, we're going to go AFK. Because I've been talking in my stream for about... you say you're cursing once everything clusters up in the line. Yeah. I've been talking for about an hour now. And now we got 4 viewers. Right when I say everything, we get more viewers on the stream. But, I'd still take shelter if you're in Warika and Comanche. And also, the new tornado warning got issued down here, so take shelter now if you're in Oak Harbor and Port Clinton in Ohio. There is an area of rotation around here that I am paying attention to. It's broad, but it is a little bit strong. That could touch down because this is our area of rotation. It's kind of strong, and that might be a CC, so we might have a tornado on the ground in Ohio. I'm gonna keep watching this thing, but once I'm done with that, I'll probably take a break and AFK my stream until until a ton of activity starts to form. Until, like, anymore. If any tornado, it's what I mean is any tornado warning stuff forms, then I will, get ready. For this stream. Alright, so, let's go over to these storms again with this tornado warning over here. Yeah, really bad radar coverage down there. But, still be taking shelter over there. It doesn't seem like we have a tornado on the ground, which is always a good sign, but still be watching this area. Now if we go over here to the storm, just not really a lot going on. Still is a little bit of rotation that I am watching up here, but it's kind of like just combined in all this rain, so I don't feel like, maybe a tornado could form, but really it's just combined in all this rain. I feel like it's not really easy to form anything. But I am watching this new couple of rotation. There just keeps being new rotations forming, and then being taken up by rain, and then keep forming in new spots. But I am watching this rotation in Warika too, to see if that could do anything. Yeah, it is. Under TSD tomorrow. Yeah, there's a slight risk south of you. There. In the northeast. But yeah, you are in a general risk. What? And I might stop talking too at some point, because I'll be busy soon. So, I am watching that. Whoa, what the heck just went on with our radar Omega? What the heck? What is going on? Alright, it's kind of getting kind of crazy. But, watching this rotation still. It is pretty tight. We have two different locations of rotation. And that is strong, but I'm not really seeing much in the way. But still be taking shelter. Take shelter from Port Clinton, Oak Harbor, Rocky Ridge. Also be taking shelter if you're in Lipscomb and Barkton Corners. Also in Huntington and Booker. Also be taking shelter down here in Waurika at the moment. Alright, so we are going to go AFK, guys. I'm sorry, but we're going to go AFK. Still watching this. This is a new tournament when I gotta shoot. Take shelter right now when you're in Waurika and Ryan. This is tightening up a little bit. I am watching this rotation starting to tighten up a little bit. But we are gonna take a break here, guys. I am watching this tornado starting to tighten up a bit. I'm gonna pull up radar scope and have a view of that too, so we can watch that at the same time, because I'm not trying to have it where we can't see multiple views of. I want us to be able to see multiple views of the storms. So I'm gonna pull up radar scope too, because this is the only view we can get, and I want to have a view of the other storms. Scope left 200. 600, 300, top 200, and bottom 100. Alright, so now we have 2 views. Do you guys like that? Is that good? I hope it's good. Radar's getting a little bit worse down there. Okay, I think this is good for now. I might have to change the view a little bit later, but that's good for now. Alright guys, we're taking a break.